Yo, what's up, y'all? So, y'all riding with me today. See, as you can see, you my passenger. It's your seat right here, dog. Plus, I don't want to show y'all my face, whatever. It's cool. I don't want to see this crazy mug anyways. But anyway, I'm on my way to go do a little work. And you can tag along. It's just time for me to talk, thoughts, see what's up, rattle, you know, it don't matter. Anyway, what's going on with you guys? How's your weekend going? Your Sunday? If you got a church home, did you make it to church today? I don't got a church home. I need to find one. I haven't found one since I moved from my home city to a new city. And it's about that time, you know. But I know with the word and all that stuff, it's been a little harder, a little different for me to find a church home. That's because, you know, times are different. Style of preaching is different. And I mean, I guess I'm waiting for that right thing. But I don't think there really is a right thing. You know, a right person. Nobody's perfect, right? Nobody perfect but Christ. So it just is what it is. But I do need to get back into it, man. Anyway, what other errands you got going on for the day? You cooking out with the family? Depending on where you at, you only got so many nice days left before it's gonna start getting cold. Unless you want one of them nice little warm zones where, you know, it's always hot all year round. You know, like summertime, what's that? Like, we live in summertime 365. Like, lucky you. But then you also dodging hurricanes and tsunamis and crazy weather, especially nowadays. Well, yeah, grass cutting season, depending on where you at, is almost over. Like, I done forgot to go to the gas station. I ran out of gas. I got 2 tanks, and I ran out of gas. Like, and them jokers be heavy. Them little 5-gallon tanks, man, them jokers get heavy fast. I'm thinking about, so I'm all about like Home Depot, Tractor Supply, and all that kind of place, all them kind of places. And Tractor Supply, they have this thing, I don't know if it's called like the gas buddy or gas homie, you know what I'm saying, my little gas dude or something. It's almost like an actual gas pump with its own wheels, and it's a little bit bigger than your normal gas tank that you use for your lawnmower and stuff. And it got a little pump handle like at, you know, your gas stations or whatever. I'm like, man, I'm about to get this. It's sweet. I'm like, why not? Like, shoot. This will actually help me out. Fill it up, you know, it's probably gonna be like $100. You know how much gas costs. Ooh, depending on where you at, $150. Fill up 10 gallons. But I think it's worth it. Oh, this traffic is crazy. Like, don't nobody want to chill out, be at home. Like, act on, man. You know, let me get you. There you go. You can see a little bit better. I don't need you hitting no landmarkers. Be all in my business, seeing where I'm at, right? Let me see if I can get up out of here. I'm not a crazy driver. I take risks because I don't care. No, I'm just playing. I do care. There's too many traffic crashes around this place to be acting all crazy, man. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, share it. I mean, I'm not trying to be some breakout star, but I'll tell you what, it is a dream of mine to be able to run my business full time and just be one of the best in my city at this business. And then also to not gain a following, but have a YouTube channel that, you know, gets monetized, that we, you know, take care of myself a little bit, but to reach out and engage with people, because, you know, we live in such a fast-paced world now, especially with, this is my opinion, we live in such a fast-paced world now that everybody doesn't stop to pay attention to people. They don't talk to people. They don't, they don't engage. Everybody's so busy. That's like I just said, all these traffic crashes that take place is because people are so busy. It's like you're most people, and it's not going to be bashing nobody. Most people don't have any serious business that's going on with them. Like by business, I mean like, oh, I'm about to get this deal going with this company, or I gotta, if I don't make these certain financial moves or whatever, things ain't gonna go right. All that kind of stuff, like pressing things that are literally life or death. Like that's not, or it's gonna be a good move, a great move for you, or a bad move for you. It's literally somebody texting while they driving, like, hey, what you doing today? Like, bro, that can wait. Like, right now, like I'm not holding a microphone in my hand. I got my little fancy doohickey clipped to my shirt, and I'm just talking and I'm paying attention to the road. But most people don't do that. They even got an ear, most cars, unless you got a car from before 2006, got some type of almost Bluetooth, talking thing going on in it. Or you got AirPods, Beats, even, the real Amazon $10 ones, So it's like, why do you need to be doing that, So many people, like I'll be sitting there at the light, and you've seen it. You be sitting there at the light, and then you're like, man, that car ain't gonna stop. Like your light about to turn green, or it is turning green, or it did turn green. You're like, that car ain't about to stop. And there you go, boom, blew right through the intersection. You like, man, it was the Lord must be telling me, hey, just sit here, watch. Wait a second. That could have been you. That could have been your driver's side, or that could have been your passenger. That could have been you. You the passenger today. I want y'all to get home safely. But yeah, I hope it ain't a lot of road noise. My little fancy little microphone doohickey thing has a little fuzzy top to it. So hopefully it kind of kills the road noise out some, as long as the recorder's still going. Because it's a long trip to work. It's about 28 minutes or so. So you got a long time to hang with me. But as far as the channel and what I'm trying to do, like just for the people who don't get out much. I mean, you might not be able to get around. You might be immobile. You might, you don't have a lot of friends, or you're the only one left in your family. It's like, that's where, somebody like me step in. I have no business. I have no problem with talking to people, engaging with people. Because a lot of times I've noticed that people will talk to you, but they don't care about what they're saying. Like the whole active listening thing is practically non-existent at this point, because you'll be talking to somebody, or mainly I'll be talking to somebody, and they'll make their point or say something, and then when I start, replying, they're like, yeah, and you can just see like it's the pressure building up in their forehead that they want to just say what they got to say and keep talking. It's like, you didn't even say what you said. Even you asked me a question, you didn't even want my response for real. You just want to hear yourself talk. And that's how like the majority of people are nowadays. Nobody cares. And then social media, everybody's putting their best foot forward. Nobody's real. Everybody acts like their life is amazing. Even the people who cry on camera. Like, I seen a video the other day, a guy was like, this is crazy. Like, it wants, like, you act like it's a real moment, but it's like, you set the camera up. Who's crying? I was cracking up. He was like, you see the girl or the dude getting out of bed, stretching and yawning at 6 a.m. to do their routine. It's like, who set the camera up to get in the bed and act like they woke up? Like, you ain't had a camera on all night. It wasn't a sleep study. Like, come on, man. That's why, like me, I don't even care. Like, as far as, I care you watch, yeah, and I want to get subscribers. But as far as this editing thing goes, it's like, nope. I don't know how YouTube was when it first came out, but I feel like it wasn't a lot of editing involved, and that's kind of how I'm getting to. It's how I want like everything the rawness of it. Like I might even the fancy little things here and there. It's like, hey, this is my channel, like and subscribe, thank you for watching. It's like I can say that. You just gotta stay to the end to watch it or hear it. Like it's not real life, man. Like me driving to work is real life. Me talking, me saying, in between some words every now and then. Like I did some college, I didn't graduate. I took one speaking, public speaking 101. I talk a lot for my job and for my business. But sometimes, like, hey, my brain, it act crazy sometimes. Like, I forget words. I don't know, that might be a problem here in the future. Hopefully in a distant future or never. But I forget words. It could be the most simplest word. And then mid-conversation, I'm just like, dang, I'm snapping my finger like, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. But that's real life, man. Some people are literally, they're eloquent. Their speech is on point. They enunciate every single word. It flows. It's like, you must be a professional at this. Well, I'm not, and I'm not trying to be, make this my professional gig. Uh-oh. Them highway boys must be out. People scared. Brake. Man, that's a Subaru. That ain't them highway boys. Hey, that's funny because when you be on the freeway or the highway, and you know how sometimes people, got two directions and they got a little space in between, and you always expect for it to be one of them highway boys or girls, and everybody braking. It's a daggone Subaru. Like, first of all, they must be really trying to blend in if they out here with a Subaru. And that's hilarious, by the way. And for the most part, we know who drives Subarus. But whatever. Anyway, but nah, man. Like, I believe we gotta get back to caring about people, man. And that's what. Here's the thing. I'm gonna talk about Christ a lot in this and on this channel. I'm not a pastor or preacher, but hey, I love the Lord, man. So, like I said, if this isn't your cup of tea, you don't gotta be all crazy with your comments. Just, hey, if you don't like it, change the channel, man. You know what I'm saying? But I hope that something has been planted, a seed has been planted to where you want to come back and hear a little bit, or at least I'm the jump starter to get you to go find him. And whether it be in the word or sermon or whatever, YouTube has a lot of things. I bounce around a lot. I don't know if I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I will hop from subject to subject to subject. Then I'll circle back around and we'll do this all over again. And it's hilarious. It's this lady, I don't even know her name, but shout outs to her on Instagram. She just started doing like these little ADHD videos. So she'll walk into a room like, what am I thinking? What am I doing? Throw that in a circle. And then she'll say a couple other things, random songs, or say random movie quotes. I'm like, that's my head all day long, man. It's funny. But even then though, after all of that, we still know where we're at with it. We still know what we're doing with it, or what we're doing. Like, say for instance, you go from the laundry to cleaning the living room. Now you're in the basement. Now you done decide to put together a shelving unit in the shed. But guess what? You're gonna get back to washing them clothes probably about 2 hours, but you still get back. But let me circle back again, because I finally remember what I was talking about again. Being there for the people. Oh, it's so funny to me, man. Nah, man, there's a lot of people that are secretly lonely. Like, like it could be you, whether you actually are married or in a relationship. Because some people live out, they living together. What do they call it? What's the old school saying? Shacking up. Some people are shacking up. And they living like they married, but they not married. Well, whatever, that's your thing. That's on you. You figure it out. This seed's been planted. But inside, you lonely. You go to work, come home, you do what you gotta do, you interact with your family, your girl, your dude, and then the whole time, sometimes you're just like, what? Why? I don't get it. Don't nobody know me for real. You don't know my thoughts. If I tell you my thoughts, you're gonna think I'm crazy. You know, most people, it's the truth. Most people, you think, you know, what's going on between their ears, you mess around, try to get them committed. Well, at least me. That's why I just be quiet. I chill. I talk to the Lord. My prayers. But see, you don't gotta do that because I understand. So therefore, I am here for you. You know, because we all go through it. I done seen a few people over the course of my life. They didn't really have a cry for help, but they were going through it, and unfortunately they decided they couldn't take it no more. You know, they did what they thought was right at the time, and they not here no more. And that sucks, but I don't believe in that. Like nothing in this world is worth it, in my opinion. We can talk it out, we can work it out, we can get you the financial help you need, we can get you whatever it is. I'm not a counselor, a doctor, or nothing, certified nothing. But like, I don't think it takes all of that to be a person, to be a human, to like I don't know, sometimes these counselors and doctors, they're like robots, man. Like, you need to put some feeling in that, like understand what people feeling and break that up. Everything in a technical term, shoot, this cat just might need a cupcake and, you know, quick Call of Duty session or something, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody just to vent to, you know? I think I got an email too, by the way, for this channel, pointofdude@gmail.com. So, like I said, given my, you know, I have to interact with a lot of people on my job, and I interact with a lot of people for the business. And I mean, I'm that dude that, like, literally, I don't understand why. Let's put that out there first. I don't understand why, but I will be at the store, I will be anywhere, and randomly some stranger will come up to me. I'm like, is it a familiar spirit? Because, you know, we got those. But they'll come up to me, talk to me. Next thing you know, they talking about their whole life story to a complete stranger, you know? And some days, most days, you know, I got time, so I'm not pressing them. They're like, oh, I gotta go. You know, some days you're just in your own world, you don't feel like listening. But even then, you know, the Lord's like, man, listen, just like, you ain't doing nothing that's that important. This person might need to vent to somebody, and they chose you. Let them talk, because that might be just enough to keep them from going over that edge, that ledge, or even just, you know, making their day. Like, for example, I was in the sporting goods store the other day, because I don't call it, you know, I don't call it what it is. Me and my brother, we crack up at that. And my sister, we call it the sporting goods. Like, I ain't just yelling out the word dicks or nothing like that. So he's called, we had sporting goods. And the worker, he was nice, old guy. I was just talking to him about bikes, you know, because I like to get on the bike and cycle outside even though I'm a big dog, heavyweight, I still like to be active, you know, before my knee injury. I'm trying to get back to that. And he was talking about different bikes and stuff. Well, next thing you know, he's telling me his whole life story with, like, how he liked to cycle. He was at one point professional soccer player and all this stuff, talking about his wife, his kids, the countries he's lived in, and the things he's seen across the world back in, you know, from like the 80s and 90s and all of that stuff. And it was intriguing. It was like, oh man, that's cool. But it thought in my head, like, well, why are you telling me all of this? Like, all I was asking was if the bike, they got a frame in my size. And we don't went around the world. But it was cool. It's cool to see what other, you know, from the other side, you know, what people have been through, you know, their experiences compared to yours, because I don't travel, you know. Financially, it just don't fit for me, you know. Even saving my pennies to go do it You know, it's like once the pennies get saved up, I'm like, well, I can go put that towards this or do that towards that. You know, I've been to Florida a couple times. I've been to Legoland. You know, definitely haven't been outside the country. And now it's like the way stuff going. It's like, do I really want to leave the country? Mess around, can't come back. How people got stranded back in 2020 and all that stuff. That was crazy. I don't want to do that. I mean, I do, but I don't. I hit the lotto, it might be different. I might buy a little house or something somewhere. But time to circle back. So, back to what I was saying about being there for people, man. I got a few, like, how many friends do you have? Some people act like they got all the friends in the world, which is cool. But I got legit 2 friends maybe, and then everybody else associates, you know, acquaintances and things like that. And maybe 3 friends. 2 of them my road dogs from high school. Other than that, you know, it's just me and the family, which is cool. But sometimes, you know, you need outside people to talk to sometimes. So yeah, you want to be, you know, want me to tell it like it is. Like, thing is, I don't know you, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Sometimes we end up sugarcoating stuff for the people we love. So I said, you got any questions, concerns, or want some advice? I mean, I'm not the smartest man in the world or the wisest man in the world. I'm not Solomon or nothing, but I know a few things. When I do like to read, I read a lot. And then also I watch a ton of like history stuff and videos and stuff on psychology, all stuff like that. Like, you know, I don't know. It piques my interest. How people operate, how people work, mind, and all that stuff. But I'm too lazy to go to school. And I'm too old now to go do that. Like, career change at my age, pass. I'll just keep trying to grow the business and grow my YouTube channels. I do got another channel, but I ain't gonna tell you about that. It's kind of like a gaming channel. I'll tell you that much. Because at my age, yes, I'm not 40 yet, but at my age, I still play video games. Shout out to the people that still play video games in their 30s, because I'm never gonna be too serious or too mature to stop playing video games. Like, that's the part. Like, that's why my relationship with my kid is so tight, because as soon as you got of age to play video games, I'm like, take the controller, let's play. You know? And now sometimes, man, we'll get on Fortnite and we ain't the best. So, you know, he get his kills, I get my kills, and then sometimes we get that royal crown and we win, shoot, on some duos. It ain't all the time, but, you know, like 1 out of every 10 to 15 matches, we win it. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you in the comments, you play video games with your kids? Because I mean, that's a connecting thing, you know. Because sometimes, you know, we're not their friends. We're their parents. We got to raise them, you know, to be right and proper. But when you go play the game with them, it kind of peels back those layers to where y'all just hang out and have a good time. You know, we're playing a game, so I don't gotta be super serious, Dad. Make sure this, and this. Nah, man. I mean, sometimes I am competitive though, so I'm super competitive. So if he ain't on point with us being a team to get out here and get after it, I do gotta step in, put my dad hat on. Bro, come on, let's go. Get to it. You know, we gotta do this. But other than that, we just play and have fun. That or the sports games, or I'm big on Call of Duty, man. That Battlefield just came out. I'm all over the place. That Battlefield just came out. I never played Battlefield before. It's kind of expensive. I might, you know, go roll some pennies and take it to the bank and pay for it to get it going. We shall see. I think I'm gonna do. I don't know if they let me change the name to my gamer tag. I might change it to point of dude if I can. So if y'all want to jump in and play, for the fellas or ladies that still play, if y'all want to jump in, or link up to play, we can do that. I don't really talk much on the headset though. To me, I be so concentrated on playing the game. I'm not really a headset talker because I'm focused. But whatever. Hopefully you enjoyed my little road talk. If I get enough views and likes, maybe some subscribers, I might do a couple more. I find it fun just talking. I mean, whether this microphone was on or not, I'd have music playing and I'd be talking. I'd be praising, I'd be worshiping. But I'm not crazy. Let's start it with that. Usually, people who say they're not crazy are crazy. I'm not crazy, but I do like to talk. So, like, share, subscribe, holla at me. pointofdude@gmail.com. Everything is everything. Y'all take care. Peace.